Hi, my name is Lauren Jacobs, and I am Fulton's District Health Services Coordinator here at Fulton Public Schools. Today, I'd like to take some time to speak to parents and caregivers of our students about a growing issue among our student population, vaping. Vaping, or the use of electronic cigarettes, is becoming an epidemic in our nation, according to our Surgeon General. More than 5 million youth are currently vaping today, according to the CDC. This is a growing epidemic that deserves our attention and resources at this time. Parents, to help prevent vaping, we need to have the facts and be educated. You've probably heard a variety of terminology, but don't let that confuse you. JUULs, vapes, and vape pens are all forms of electronic cigarettes, and they are all dangerous for our students. E-cigarettes are a battery-operated and powered delivery device of nicotine that is delivered through a liquid that is aerosolized and then inhaled via the lungs. E-cigarettes come in a variety of shapes and sizes and may not look like what we think of as a traditional tobacco product. This makes them hard to spot as a parent or educator, so let's take some time now to look at some real e-cigarette devices so we know what to look for. The most popular e-cigarette among teens today is a JUUL. A JUUL is a more discreet device and looks similar to a USB drive and is powered via and charged a USB port. Other e-cigarettes may look like phones, lipstick cases, or pens, all making them hard to detect by parents and educators. All JUUL pods contain nicotine. This is something many students and youth are not aware of. JUULs are legal then for anyone under the age of 18 to purchase or be in possession of. E-liquids are what is inside a JUUL or e-cigarette and come in many different fruit flavors that appeal directly to our youth. Cartridges that are used in the e-cigarettes like JUULs all contain nicotine, and many contain nicotine salts. These nicotine salts, when used, do not produce a vapor or visible emission, again making these even harder to detect as a parent or in a school setting. This is allowing youth and students to vape in many different locations that they would not be normally allowed to do that because of getting caught. There is no smoke or emission emitted, and it makes it very hard to detect. Lastly, JUUL specifically claim that many of their pods have as much nicotine in them as an entire pack of cigarettes. Is vaping dangerous? Many teens don't understand the dangers that are associated with vaping. Vaping is not safe or a healthy activity to choose. Let's go over some important facts to share with your child about vaping that they may not currently be aware of. Many youth believe that vapes and vape flavors are just steam and water. This is not the case. Vape aerosolizes and can contain harmful chemicals that expose the user's lungs to chemicals such as formaldehyde, which is known to cause irreversible lung damage. It's not just water, and it's not safe for our youth. Next, vapes and their different flavors contain chemicals for their flavorings. These, while safe to eat and ingest in foods, are not safe to be inhaled into our lungs. Flavor chemicals that are inhaled into your lungs, such as buttery flavors in vapes, caramel, contain a chemical in them linked to popcorn lung, which is a lung disease that irreversibly damages your lungs and your ability to breathe. It is important for parents and educators to understand that these flavors are being marketed directly to the under 18 population, which is our youth. This means that educating children on the adverse health effects of vaping is of the utmost importance. Besides damaging your lungs, vaping can also expose you to nicotine, which is highly addictive. Many students do not know that vaping delivers nicotine directly to their brains in as little as 10 seconds, much like a traditional cigarette. As teens' brains are still developing, it makes it even more vulnerable to nicotine addiction than in adults. Nicotine exposure during the teen years can disrupt normal brain activity and development and have long-lasting effects such as increased impulsivity and mood disorders. No e-cigarette has been found to be safe by the FDA, either in use or in helping traditional smokers quit smoking. Lastly, do you know what you are actually putting into your body when you vape? Vapors are inhaling actual metal particles into their lungs. Vape aerosolizes and could be delivering these particles directly into your lungs. Metal toxins build up in your lungs, causing irreversible lung damage. I would like to leave you with the important reminder that e-cigarettes are relatively new, and we are still studying and finding out the long-term effects of these harmful and addictive e-cigarettes. Where does the government stand on youth vaping? The Food and Drug Administration is committed to protecting youth from the dangers of e-cigarettes. They are currently cracking down on illegal sales to anyone under 18 years old. They are holding realtors and manufacturers accountable for marketing practices. They are offering a national peer-to-peer public education campaign called The Real Cost, which was created for children 12 to 17 years old and focuses on educating them about vaping. The FDA is also hoping to help focus on prevention because once you start vaping, nicotine addiction follows and quitting is extremely hard. The government wants to remind youth that they are smarter and more educated about their health than any previous generation. Even occasional vaping goes against all other healthy choices they are currently making for themselves. How prevalent is vaping? Looking at information reported by the CDC, over 27% of high school students have reported using e-cigarettes in the last month. As of November 20th, 2019, 2,290 cases of e-cigarette or vaping product use associated with lung injury have been reported to the CDC from 49 states. The only state excluded is Alaska. 47 deaths have been confirmed in over 25 states and the District of Columbia as of November 2019. This includes the state of Missouri. Thank you for your time and attention to this matter. As parents, you are the first line of defense in helping protect our youth from the harmful effects of vaping. Please reach out to me with any questions or concerns you might have. Thank you.